we have a group of demographic in our church called the Champions, and those are 50 and older. And they represent and grew up in church or in that era that was dominated by traditional music. Your quartets, your mass choirs. This was pre-praise team, singing out of the hymn book, singing congregational and devotional songs during testimony service. And so this age group demographic knows that era. And so we wanted to do a song that would appeal to them. And Holy Spirit just fit the bill.
Listen, written by one of the coldest songwriters ever, my brother, Ryan Booker. That song was ridiculous. It's so good. A lot of us come from like the traditional background, the traditional church background. So it starts off and gives you like the whole like country type of vibe, and it's just like, okay, like where's this gonna go? And then it totally goes to church, and it hit home for all of us, and like everybody was feeling it, everybody was rocking with it. It's legit like one of the greatest songs.
So how do you feel that Emery Diggs did?
He was amazing. It's Emery Diggs. Come on, like he's the greatest.
Holy Spirit, we wait on you. Holy Spirit, we wait on you.
Expected, but I did not expect. So I expected a certain level of it because Emery is just a phenomenal vocalist. He could pretty much sing anything, but I knew that was one song that he can just be himself and still have some restraint, but he can still be himself. Like, he's a phenomenal vocalist. So what we did was, once we gave him that song, I was almost scared that he wasn't gonna take it. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna like this, you know what? But once we did the song, we demoed it, sent it to him, and actually Pastor Mike never told me whether or not he actually liked it or whether he accepted it or not. We just kept practicing it. So I'm like, okay, on pins and needles. And then when he finally came in town, I asked him, so how do you like the song? He said, oh, I love it. I'm like, okay, cool.
It's a traditional song talking about the Holy Spirit and the power, that comforter that God left us with after he ascended. And Emery Diggs just really interpreted that song well. He sung it as if we was in an old Baptist church, and he did great. And then we also had a cameo appearance by Teddy Campbell, and that was a great experience as well to have him on it. Just gave us that old quartet style and really just closed the door on that song.
Send down your fire. Send down your fire. Ooh, Lord, send down your
And the way that song came about too, as I began to hear it, I literally picked up Marco Polo, and I had this whole idea about this song, about the Holy Spirit. After, writing about the consuming fire, it was just like this whole burst of something just came and it hit me. It was like, okay. I began to start studying more on the Holy Spirit, and just, I don't know, it's just the sound just started coming and hitting me. And so I got on Marco Polo and I was like, Triv, what you think about this idea? And she was like, that's in there. That's it. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I hope Pastor Mike likes it. So it turned out he did, and I did not expect the type of response that it got. Like, I saw what happened in rehearsal when he sang it, but that night it was just like, I was just like, wow. Like, when as a songwriter, you want people to sing the songs and interpret the songs the way you write them, and it felt like he just interpreted just the way I felt it. Like, it was almost like I could hear him singing it, and then he did just that. So it was crazy.
send down your fire. Just like on the day of Pentecost, God. Fire. They were all on one accord. Fire. Just like we're here tonight.